Thank you for joining us. It's TVC Breakfast Saturday, where we do a little bit of music here and there. We dance to the lovely tune, and I hope, in fact, I am so sure that you must have enjoyed those wonderful lyrics. DML, Fireboy DML, and Agbaja. By the way, it's your regular duo, Kemifola Ademo. We say big thanks to you for joining us, and I'm here with none other than Emmanuel Ajayi.
A very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
I'm so excited to be here again.
Absolutely.
And one thing I want to do on the program this morning is to play on words. And let's look at...
play on words.
Yeah, the Yorubas will say Ekabo. Okay. In Igbo we say Uno. In Hausa we say Sonunku Dezua. So those of our friends who are in Ghana, they say Akwaba. And that's how we welcome them on the program this morning. It's going to be a bumper package on the program, and it promises to be interesting, educative, and informative.
Very, very. That show where you bat an eyelid, you just might miss, one of the crucial elements of the program this morning. And yes, we have, so many issues to discuss this morning, one of which is just about a week from now will be the gubernatorial elections holding in Edo State, where residents are already gearing up to vote for their preferred candidate. And with no major political parties at the front burner, the People's Democratic Party in the state has now declined signing the peace accord ahead of the September the 21 elections. Well, the PDP chairman in Edo State, Dr. Tony Aizegbemi, while addressing a press conference at the party's secretariat, stated that for the PDP to sign this peace accord, all its members detained in police formations across the country must be released or alternatively charged in competent courts if they have committed any crimes. Now, other demands that the party put forward include the redeployment of the current Edo State Commissioner of Police, as well as the resident electoral commissioner, with individuals who can demonstrate fairness. It also is asking for the recall of any external police teams currently operating illegally in Edo State, as well as a commitment from the Nigeria Police and INEC to ensure a level playing field without bias. Well, we start off the program this morning with, this story that we've brought, this introduction, and now to talk some more on this, we have joining us via Zoom the APC chairman in Edo State, Jarrette. Tenebe, thanks a lot for joining us at this time. Let's have your reaction. How do you react to the decision of the PDP not to sign the peace accord?
Good morning for having me. We signed the peace accord, and they refused to sign the peace accord. That is because they don't want peace. Every responsible party would want to sign such an accord if they are willing to be peaceful in elections that are coming. But you have here PDP, who are not peaceful people, who are not ready to sign the peace accord. And again, right now you have a party being led in the state by a governor who really has nothing to lose. And like I will always say, the people that the world should be afraid of are people that have nothing to lose. And you don't need more than 10 people that have nothing to lose to destroy the whole world. And that is the reason why the person who is the governor of Edo State, who is the leader of this party in the state, that will come out to say that if his thugs that killed a policeman at the airport, if they are apprehended, that Nigeria will burn and Edo State will burn. So that is what you see, and that's what you hear from people that are not peaceful.
Well, 18 candidates are jostling for the #1 seat in Edo State come September 21st. There have been counter-accusations concerning inciting violence in the state. What is your party doing to talk to their supporters to shun violence in Edo State ahead of this election?
Well, they are the ones that are violent. They are the ones that have attacked our rallies. In Akoko Edo, they attacked us. In Esako Central, they attacked us. In Esako West, they attacked us. This is a PDP talks, firing live ammunition at our people. If not for the grace that is following our campaign, I don't know what would have happened now. We are law-abiding. We don't want problem. But if they bring problem, there will always not be problem. But again, I am sending a very strong message to the PDP and the governor of Edo State that we are ready for this election. We are ready to be peaceful in this election. And there is nothing that is not going to make us win. We are going to win the election, it is clear, because we have campaigned. We have a sellable candidate, Imunde Obeolo, Senator Monde Obeolo, and Dennis Idaosa. They are sellable candidates, and they are telling the Edo State people what the message they have for them, and that message is resonating. And I think that is what is making the PDP jittery, and that's the reason why they are this violent.
Right. Okay. So let me quickly ask now, within the time constraints that we have, the PDP, premised its decision not to sign the peace accord on, alleged bias of the police, saying the police is dancing to the tunes of the APC, is also calling for the release of its members, who it says has been moved to Abuja, by the police. But on the other hand, it was reported that the APC, under your leadership in Edo State, had also threatened not to sign the peace accord, citing that your members were being attacked. If that is correct, because your name was actually, put down there in the report as the person making this threat, what changed?
Well, I actually addressed a press conference in the morning of that day the peace accord was signed, and we put out clearly all what we want the police to meet before we will sign the peace accord. And when we got to the venue of the signing, having heard from the Inspector General of Police and promising that the talks that killed the police orderly of our candidates at the airport definitely will be brought to book, we decided to sign because those were our fears. And again, the Inspector General of Police went further because we also asked that the ESN, which is the militant arm of terrorist arm of the Governor Obaseki government, if they are not proscribed, we will not sign. So, but the IG came out to say they remain suspended.
Mr. Tenebe, let's be mindful. Let's be mindful, though, of the words. What we say right now. I think it would be better you use alleged, because that has yet to be proved. You just said something now about a terrorist arm of the governor. There is nothing before us to show the veracity of your claim.
In fact, we're actually asking that they should declare that group as a terrorist group. You see, when you see a group coming out with live ammunition, AK-47, and all other dangerous weapons to attack innocent people, I don't know what the difference between such a group and any of the terrorist groups. That's the reason why we are saying so. But again, one thing is clear. Nigeria is a country that is governed by laws. And they are claiming that that group is set up by a law of the National House of Assembly. And we know that when there is a conflict between the such laws, the federal law and the constitution take precedence. And it's clear that that group has no space in the Electoral Act. And that's the reason why the IG said they remain suspended. And these are the reasons why we didn't want to be part of the peace agreement. But when our fears were allayed, we decided to sign. So we are law-abiding, and we'll continue to be law-abiding, and we'll continue to preach our message to the people, and they are accepting our message, and they are accepting our candidates. So we have no fear that we are going to win the election.
You sound so confident that your party will win this election. At what point can we have issue-based campaign than attack on personality? That's what we are saying at the moment in campaign grounds in Edo State, talking about rallies.
Well, if you've been watching our rallies, because I know that the TVC have been covering us very effectively, you will see that the campaign is being led by the former governor of Edo State, a serving senator of the Federal Republic, Comrade Adams Oshomole. He has been he has been leading the campaign, and we have been preaching our message, and the people are listening, and they are buying our message, because you see, this state, Edo State, was run aground by the governor of this state, and there are a lot of alleged fraudulent activities that they engaged in. And Aswa Igodalo, that's Bawo and Igodalo, a company that was resonating during when most of the exposés were made on the fraud that they committed in government. So when you link these two people, Aswa Igodalo and the governor, you discover that Aswa Igodalo is just wanting to come in so that he can cover the tracks of the governor, so that they can continue to milk the state. And do
you have facts? No. Do you have facts to back all of these claims that you're making?
Let me tell you what is going on now. When people are united in poverty, Edo State right now are united in poverty. That's what you are seeing.
Can you come out? Can you come out with statistics of the poverty level in Edo State that you're saying about?
As I speak now, if not for the fact that your television station is on a level where people can actually watch, you will discover that a lot of people, there are other TV stations that people cannot watch anymore because they cannot even connect to DSTV. That's number one. Number two, you also discover that the roads are bad. There is insecurity in the state. People can no longer go to farm because we are predominantly farmers in Edo State. Most especially the Edo South, Edo North, Edo Central, and majorly Edo South. We are predominantly farmers. People can no longer go to farm. Before now, when you wake up in the morning, you see people going to farm. You see them going to farm. You see our market. You see most of the time now, people bring in yams from outside the state because people can no longer go to farm. The governor has failed when it comes to the
and what is your solution? What is your solution if elected? If your candidate is elected?
Our candidate is known for tackling security. Before he became a senator, he has been providing security for his people in Edo Central. When he now became a senator, that doubled, and he's been doing all of that. So he has a flair for tackling security. And I followed him to the United States when he went to speak to Edo in diaspora. At the end of the day, he engaged with a lot of experts that he is going to use to tackle insecurity in Edo State. So at the end of the day, he's somebody who has a flair for all of these things. And from his background, his parents were farmers, his mother was a trader. So he has a flair. He is from Edo State. His mother is from Edo State. His father is from Edo State. His wife is from Edo State. He is from Edo State. He was born and brought up here. He speaks all the languages in Edo State. So he understands the people. He knows our problem. That is the kind of person we need now. And we know, and it's a unifier. The state, as I speak, is divided into two. When a state is divided,
Mr. Tenebe,
you cannot get progress.
All right. We thank you very much for your contributions on the program. Thankfully, TVC is keeping up with the campaigns in Edo State ahead of next week's gubernatorial election. Thanks again for your time with us.
We are really grateful for covering our campaigns, and may God continue to empower and lift your station.
Amen. Thanks a lot.